Hello, loves. It's she here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. There's a part of your inner self that is tired of being ignored. Um, it's saying that there is a part of you that you are like refusing, or that you're holding on to, whether you're consciously doing it or you're subconsciously doing it. You're keeping like this higher version of yourself, or this more like mature version of yourself, from coming about. It's like you're locking this version, or locking a part of yourself away, and staying this like main female energy here, because that's what I'm mostly getting, is that's like you're staying in this main female energy when you could be more like in this empress energy, or this mature woman energy, and it's actually causing you a lot of despair. Okay, it's causing you a lot more despair than it's like your ego telling you, don't do this, don't work on that, don't do that, don't develop this, don't figure this out about yourself. But like, it's actually causing you despair, because you actually have these expectations for something that you are like waiting to happen, and it's only going to happen when you allow this deeper, more mature version of yourself to come about, or to like really work on yourself to develop this part of yourself. Yeah, until you decide to really walk down this pathway and allow this other version of yourself to be birthed into existence. This deeper version of yourself, it really wants to work with you. This higher version of yourself, it wants to work with you, and it wants to bring about a more blessed and like higher new beginning for you. Yeah, and it's saying that, your ego is telling you to be concerned. It's saying that your shadow self is telling you, don't work on this, run away from it. It's too painful to work on, it's too painful to look at, or it's kind of this like lie that it's like it's easier to stay in the state that you are now, but being in the state that you are now is actually what's causing a lot of your anxiety. It's like this like bait and switch, where like your ego is telling you, oh, if you were to walk down this path and become this person, it's going to give you a lot of anxiety. When the truth is, the source of a lot of your anxiety is the fact that you know that you're supposed to be walking down this path, and that you are supposed to be this person, right? This more mature person. You know that you're supposed to walk down the path, but it's kind of this energy of like you being tricked into feeling like walking down this path is what's going to cause the anxiety, when it is in fact you not walking down this path that is the actual source of anxiety within you. And that's a big message that spirit has been trying to get across. Like, you have this anxiety and this feeling like you need to do something, or you need to do this. um yeah. For some of you, I also feel like spirit is saying here that that either that something about your occupation is actually causing a lot of anxiety, is actually keeping you in a bad health. For some of you, the actual like building that you actually work in is actually a really like dirty environment. It might even have some kind of like mold issues or something like that, that is causing you to have a lot of upper respiratory infections, or is causing you to get sick a lot, and you're like, why am I getting sick all the time? And it's not only the stress from your job, or this occupation, whatever it is that you're doing right now, and it's also the fact that spirit is trying to show you, like, maybe you get a lot of headaches, maybe you get a lot of, like I said, like, maybe you get a lot of colds or upper respiratory infections or things like that. A lot of people around you get sick, but it's the energy of the place that you stay, or it could even be, like the job that I work in now. They're kind of like showing me kind of how like the job that I work in now is like it's like in a big warehouse, and there's a lot of dust. There's a lot of dust there, so a lot of people get sick or have a lot of like allergies and stuff like that where I work, because like it's so dusty and it's so dirty there. Not that the place itself is like dirty, but it's just like it's like we get shipped in a lot of product and things from like big warehouses where it's been sitting with like dust all on it and everything like that. And so there's this kind of energy of that kind of environment being like not very healthy for you, or like the environment that you're in, like the actual physical environment. Like I said, again, it could be something about like the carpet. Like you could be allergic to like the carpet or some kind of chemical that they used to clean, or that they, or like something, I don't know, the building that you're being could have like lead paint in the walls or something like that where it hasn't been inspected, especially if you live in a really old place. If you work in a place where you work in a basement, or you work in some place and it's like, wow, this place really hasn't been renovated in a long time, there could actually be some kind of actual physical something that's happening in the place where you are is actually causing you to get sick, or actually causing you to be just like under the weather, and you're not feeling very well. Or it could, like I said, it could be, this is not giving me so much of like the inner, it's not like, oh, it has a bad energy, or oh, it has, there's a lot of bad energy people where you work. It's not necessarily giving me that, but it is giving me the actual like condition, the physical condition of the building or the place that you work. Or if you work in a place where you, I don't know, if you say, if you're like a coal miner or something, or you have to like go work in the mine or go work in something like that, the actual environment, the physical environment that you're going into is really, it's really not healthy for you. And there is this energy here of spirit asking you to step into your masculine energy with this mature man and occupation, and really dig into building and crafting and planning a change in your occupation, or a change in your work environment. It's like, don't just sit around and think about it. Like, go ahead and make, go ahead and be doing the actual physical steps towards it. Go ahead and, be filling out your resume. Go ahead and be working on any kind of accreditation or any kind of licenses or anything like that that you need for this new project, or this new thing that you want to work on. Go ahead and actually be making those physical steps towards moving to a new place or moving to a new occupation. Okay. This energy keeps coming out. I don't know who this is, but there is, this energy keeps coming out in the collective readings, and it keeps coming out, and even like zodiac readings and stuff like that I've been doing. There's this energy here of somebody who was a wealthy man, or somebody who has a lot. This person doesn't have to be like actually financially wealthy, but there is some kind of somebody that had an abundance of something. They had an abundance of energy. They were in a high place where they had a high position of power. This person is very concerned because whatever this is that gives them this wealthy status, whatever this abundant status they've been having, is leaving them. And they're having like all this concern. They're like really, really concerned about their money leaving them, or about them being in like this despair energy. Okay. Journey. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. For some of you, this is some kind of there's a wealthy man here who's getting some kind of karma. And this poverty, they couldn't even be like, with this poverty falling here right under this, it right under the imprisonment and despair and poverty. There could be somebody here who might have lost a significant amount of money, and now this person feels like they're trapped. They're like, oh, I can't go and I can't do as freely as I want to, or as I used to be able to. Um, and in some type of way, this is like some kind of karma or something this person is working through. It even could have been because of something they did to you. Or they could be blaming you in some type of way. I'm also getting that there could be somebody who actually had a significant amount of money, and they've lost a large amount of money, and they could be looking at you like, you're the source of this. You're the reason why I lost this money, or you're the reason why it's not working out for me. You might be getting a message that somebody is traveling towards you. Um, or that you need to travel somewhere. Um, For some of you, it could be like closing on a house, or if you're in the process of like selling some kind of home, or like ending some kind of lease here with some kind of place to live, like some kind of cycle between you and a place in some kind of house. So either you've had some kind of dispute, you've been trying to close on a house, either you're selling a house or you've been trying to buy a house, something like that. You could be getting some kind of message around the fact that you might have to travel to like end this, especially if you're trying to like for some of you, if you're trying to sell a house so that you can travel and move, you're going to be getting a message about that soon. It could be an offer. It could be some kind of some kind of like energy, some kind of message of you getting a closing or getting a final offer and accepting a final offer or something like that happening. For others of you, you might be getting a message of that. Yeah, go ahead, pack your bags. You got the house. That's what I just heard somebody say. Pack your bags. You got the house. So congratulations. Um, or either way, congratulations. If you sold your house and now you can move, or if you are, it's like, okay, we just need to know that we actually have this house so we can pack our bags and move. You're going to be getting some kind of message about that soon. Courthouse in reverse. You also could find out that if you felt like you were going to have to take something to court, because I was kind of getting that too. When I very first tapped into the energy, there was something here about maybe even having to sell a house because of some kind of inheritance or something that's been popping up for months and months in the collective, about somebody fighting over some kind of inheritance over a house or something like that. I really feel like you're going to be able to settle out of court, or like settle out of, you're not going to have to go to court over this. There is going to be some kind of like judgment call here. I do think that, so a judge might, whatever, there's a judge here that's making some kind of call when it comes to, and like I said, this could be an actual judge. This could be a person, because it's tied in, it's tied in around this house. Some kind of judgment call is being made around this. So it could have been the fact that some kind of judgment call has been made around this because something that in the past was unfair, like there was some kind of injustice done, and somebody here could say, oh, that's not right, oh, that person deserves more, or you don't deserve as much as you think you do, or something like that. There's some kind of judgment call here around some kind of like court case here, and whatever ends up happening, it's bringing this to an end. It's finally bringing an end to this, and I just feel like either way, even if it goes in your favor, if it doesn't, I feel like you're just gonna be like, thank God it's over. Like it's over. Like, oh, whatever. It's over. Thank goodness. Distant horizon. So, and I feel like that you are really quickly going to be able to move on from this and put what you're going to be able to accept this and move on from. Like I said, you're just like, I just want to put this in the distance. Like it's over with. It's over with now. Whether or not you got what you wanted or you didn't get what you want, you're just going to be like, fine, finally, I can be over it. I can be done with it. I can move on from it. Whew. Family room fell on the floor. So yeah, there might even be an issue here. Like if it was an issue with family or something like that, you could just be like, look, I'm leaving, I'm moving, journey, I'm packing my bags. I can finally go, or I can finally leave. I don't have to deal with this anymore. Like I'm done with it. And it just feels like this concern that you were in over this is just leaving you. Courthouse and privileged lady. So if something about 412. Somebody here. Yeah. Somebody here could have been born on April the 12th. Or 412. That time, the time 412 might be significant. You might get this message at 412. In the morning or in the afternoon or something like that. But something here seems really significant about the number 412, specifically in that order. I don't know if that could be somebody's like street, house address, or apartment number or something like that. 412, something really significant about that. So gift, just like gift in the reverse though, just flew across the room and left. So if somebody was trying to take some kind of gift away from you, I think that's being like taken off the table. So if something was willed to you or was given to you and somebody was trying to fight your hold over it, I do think that if somebody was just trying to come in and take something that somebody willed to you or inheritance that somebody gave to you, like that's being taken off the table. Now, this person, you might have to split this money or split this inheritance or something with this person, but if their intention was to come in and be like, no, and to like challenge your claim to this and to just take it all for themselves, that is not happening. A child could be involved here as well. Or this could be about your childhood. This could be about replaying up something in your childhood, especially if you had to like go home and figure out something with some kind of inheritance or will or something, and you're just like, I'm so over this. I'm so over being around my family, or I'm so over all this childish energy, like I'm done with it. For some of you, you could be separating away from a privileged woman that acts very childish, okay? Somebody that you were in courtship or in some kind of marriage with. Yeah, you're realizing that this person was like a false person, and you're just like, I don't know, I'm so happy I'm done with this and it's over with. Yeah, look, marriage and bad health. So you were in some kind of marriage that had some kind of bad health or that really wasn't healthy. Yeah, and it was because this person was a false person. Like, come on now. Wow. I do think this person has been on your thoughts a lot because that thoughts card came out here. Okay. So maybe even like, why did I do this? Why did I get in this marriage? Why did I get involved with this? But toil and labor in reverse, like there's some kind of hardship here, or some kind of like karmic cycle here that's over with this person. And I do think that you could actually come out of it with a little bit more money than you expected. Marriage and great fortune here again. I do think that because it kind of has this feeling here of like you being like, oh wow, yeah. Especially if this person was already like a wealthy person and then they tried to come in and like, if this could even be like a company or something like that that tried to unjustly take something, and it's like, you already have all this money, like why do you need more? You're just being greedy, you're being selfish, you know. And it's because this person like is so scared to drop down to poverty, like they're so concerned that they might have to give up some of their fortune or give up some of their wealth. And it's like, you have enough, like why are you acting so greedy about it? Like just having to, it's like, um I'm getting like a specific scenario here where like there could have been, okay, say there was two there, say I'll just say this is an example. Say there were two brothers, and one brother is very successful, has a big house, a lot of money, a successful company or something like that, and another brother is not as developed. Maybe they're younger, or maybe they went through some kind of divorce, or maybe they had something where they lost a company or something like that. I'm hearing COVID, so something could have happened during like the quarantine or something like that, where somebody could have lost a business or they could not be as developed. So a parent, like somebody that passed over, might have wanted to give more money to one than the other. Or it's like, look, I know that you wanted this, but I'm going to split the money, but then I'm going to give the house to just your, like, you already have a house, you already have this, you're already married, you already have that. So I'll split the money evenly, but I'll give like some kind of big something where it gave one party more than the other one was getting. And it's like the party that had more was like, this is BS. You should have to sell that house and give half of it to me. Or it's like, no, because there was already some kind of something here where this person that's more wealthy or more has a bigger advantage. It's like you were already compensated. It's not like this person wasn't getting anything. It's not like they want to leave nothing to this person. It's like, yeah, I'll split this, but then, you know, well, you already own a home or you already own a business, so I want to actually give the business or put this person in charge of the business, that way it gives them a leg up. And this other person is just like, that's not fair. I don't want that. You know what? And it's like, it's almost like the situation where it's like, you know what? We're not family. We're not blood. I'm going to treat this like we're not family and we're not blood. And I feel like that's the feeling that the other person that feels like could be you is kind of feeling in the situation where it's like, you already have all this, you know, like, why are you trying to take away what little bit I have too? Like, you have all this already. Can't I have something? Can't I have this? Like, that's crazy. You know, like, can't you just let me, you know, have some kind of advantage in my life? Can't you just let me, like, wow, like, it's like, if you have this or you don't have it, it's not going to hurt you, right? I mean, sure, it would help you if you had this, but if you don't have it, it's not going to hurt you, you know? And it's not, and it'll help you, but it's not going to change your life. When the other person, it would 100% completely, like, overnight change their life. You know, it would completely elevate their life and their scenario and their situation. It would give them a big, like, leg up. It would give them a big boost, you know, and really give them a lot of security. And so it's like, so this person is like, why would you want to take that away from me? Like, we're family or we're blood, like, and you're okay. Like, going without whatever this is not gonna hurt you, but it would 100% hurt me, and it would 100% change my life. So why do you want to take it away from me? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And that's the kind of the situation that I'm getting out of this, where it's like, this one person who's already this wealthy person is very greedy. They're very, very greedy, and it's like, well, more is not going to hurt me. Like, no, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I should have been left the business, or I should have been left the house. It's like, you already have a house. You already have 3 houses, and I don't have any. Like, and I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, what? Like, or something like that, where it's like, it would help me so much. It would help me, and it would really improve my life if I had this, you know. And this person went out of their way to, like, will this to me. And it's like, you don't need it as much as I do. Um, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I'm not even that sleepy, really. But it's kind of just giving me this vibe of, like, I'm so done with this. Like, I'm over it. I'm done with it. Like, it's exhausted me. It's drained me. I'm so ready to be done with it. Not like this reading, but this energy of this person is like, I'm just so ready to be done with this. I'm ready to not have this be a concern on my mind. I'm ready to put distant horizon between me and this. You might even, like, move away or something. Like, I don't even want to have any, like, contact to deal with this person anymore. Like, after we're done with this, like, we're over. Like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Yeah, it's coming to an end, though. It's coming to an end pretty quickly. But I definitely feel like you are going to be thinking a lot about how this person was a false person, how this person wasn't who you think they were. And I do think that you will need to do a little bit of emotional recovery from this, because, yeah. But Spirit is saying, high honor, you're going to be rewarded for doing this the right way, or going about this the right way, or staying. It's not giving me like oh, you're on your high horse. But you made a choice with the Lovers marriage. You made a choice to do the right thing, or to stand up for the right thing. Beef against somebody who was really trying to take something from you, or somebody who was trying to unjustly take something from somebody else. And although it caused you a lot of toil, it caused you to have to put in a lot of work. Like, Spirit is saying, it's not gonna go unnoticed that you did the right thing. Yeah. With this official person, that's giving me kind of like a spirit. It's giving me like a Hierophant energy with this official person. So it's like, Spirit saw what you did. Spirit saw how you stood up for the right thing, or even if in the past you weren't necessarily being the best person, in this scenario you did the right thing. In the end, you ended up doing the right thing. Community. And like I said, people are going to recognize that within you. Spirit, the community at large, something like that is going to come out, where it's like, it's okay. Like, we got your back. Like, we support you in this. Like, that's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, we support you. 2424 was down on the clock when I looked up. Two more to end this reading, please, Spirit. Main male, and one more to end this reading. Unexpected income. So it's okay. if you had to end up giving up something, something will be given back to you. If you ended up having to give up a portion of your money or a portion of inheritance, or if you did end up having to sell a house for less than you wanted, or having to pay more for a house than you really wanted to, or something like that, but you did it the right way, you did it with like integrity, you didn't lie about it, and on top of that, you exposed some kind of like thief energy here, okay? You're going to be rewarded for doing things the right way. And it might not feel like it now. It kind of feels like almost like a nice guy finished last is what I'm hearing, but there's a change here. So don't worry about it. Spirit saw what you did. Right? Spirit saw what you did. If you did the right thing, you're gonna be, and it might be at a distance, you know? It might take a little bit of time to come in, but it is gonna come in. And it is gonna be unexpected. That's why it's kind of at a distance. You could also, especially on this journey, because that journey card was standing out to me too. On this journey, you might actually have some kind of unexpected income, in the sense of like, oh, well, I never wanted to move away from this house, or I never wanted to give this up, or blah blah blah. But you know what? I still got more. So say we'll go back to the same thing. So say that in the end, you did end up having to you didn't end up having to sell a house and split the money, or it's like, okay, we're not going to ask you to split the money, we'll do like an 80-20 or something like that, like you'll get more of it, but you will have to give up some of it. Or it's like, okay, we'll let you do it, but you have to pay the closing cost, or you have to pay attorney's fees or something like that. So you did have to give up some of what you got. And it's like, whatever, you did it the right way, you did what you were supposed to, and you didn't come out of it completely empty-handed, but you didn't come out of it with what you thought. And I do think you didn't go into the situation expecting to like lose a family member, or to lose like a contact here, but you're like, you know what, at least I know the truth about who this person really is, and I can kind of cut cords with this person and move on with my life. And there is this energy of you will get some kind of reward in the end. And like I said, and it could be along the journey. So this is giving me an energy of like, you know what, I'm gonna use the money that I got from this to move away. And then you move away and you start creating a modest living for yourself, and then you like meet the love of your life and settle down, and you're like, I'm actually really happy. I'm probably happier here than I would have been living in that house or having the situation that I was before, you know? So that's kind of the situation. Like, it's kind of giving me that kind of energy where it's like, oh, I had to deal with all this craziness from my ex, or from to go through like a really messy divorce, or to go through. It's kind of like giving me like a family betrayal. It's like like somebody really close to you betrayed you and actually tried to take something from you that was yours, that was supposed to be yours. But in the end, you know, that ended up happening, and you ended up getting a little enough out of it to where you could, save some money and like move away, or save some money and like move. Just, it's kind of like get out of that scenario, cut cords with those people, see those people for who they really are, cut cords with them, move away from them. And then it's like, okay, eventually, right? Eventually you will meet new friends, meet new people, meet a new person, and you will be like, you know what, it's okay. What happened in my past is okay, because I got away from it, and now I'm really happy where I am now. So that's the energy that it's giving me, where it's like, it's like, oh, it sucks. It still sucks that happened. It sucks that, you and the love of your life fell apart, and you ended up having to divorce, and it got messy, and it ended up doing all this messiness. But you ended up taking the money from that and starting a business, or taking the money from that, and it's like, my life still turned out okay. Yeah. Whatever you have right now, again, bad health and occupation, whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're spending your time doing right now, or whatever occupation that you're in right now, is actually bringing more of this poverty energy into you. And so actually, whatever this is, this big, it's going to bring in a big change here for you, right? when this justice comes in, it's going to bring in a new change. Whatever this courthouse like verdict is, whatever this judge's verdict is, it is going to bring a big change to you. But like I said, in the end, you're going to be like, you're going to, in retrospect, you're going to look back and go, wow, I'm actually glad that I left, because the environment that I was in was actually really toxic, and I really needed to actually get out of there. So so in the end, I'm happy that things went the way that they did. It might have really sucked while I was going through it. It might have really felt like a 10 of wands, a 10 of swords, like betrayal, stabs in my back, you know. It might have really hurt to learn the truth about friends or family or people that I thought had my back, but then I learned they didn't. But that opened up an opportunity for me to learn a lesson about red flags not to ignore. And on top of that, I was able to move forward and make new family, new friends, new people like that are actually like really, that are really here for me, that really love me, that really support me. Or, you know, it really sucks that I had to go through that really toxic relationship in the past. However, I really love the relationship that I'm in now, and I appreciate the relationship that I am in now even more, because it is so different than the toxic relationship that I dealt with in the past. Or I really love the family I've created here now, because it is nothing like the family I left behind, or it's nothing like the occupation or the job that I left behind. You know, things might have not gone the best way. You know, when I was exiting, things might have gotten really messy and sloppy, and might have not been, you know, really how I wanted things to go. However, things turned out okay, right? And it might take time for that feeling of okay to come over you, or for you to find that feeling of okay. You might go through a, you know, a good amount of time still feeling pretty shitty about the way things went down, right? But eventually you will find some peace in letting go of what happened in the past, and you will find that, you know, it kind of sets you up to allow things to get better in the future, you know. So it's kind of almost like, this is almost like a future version of yourself saying like, I get it, it really freaking sucks, I know, but this isn't the end. Like, things will get better. Your relationships will get better. Your friendships will get better. You will find a job that you really love. You will find your path. You will find your divine life purpose. You know, you will find it. And in the end, you will be able to look back and see how these things that you went through really led you to really led you to where you were really supposed to be. You know, and it still won't suck any less. You know, it'll still suck that you had to go through that. However, you know, at least she'll be like, but I was able to turn it around, and I was able to find like really great people, or a really great community, or a really great home, or a really great occupation, or all of the above. You know, have a really great relationship now. And, you know, it kind of helps helps what I had to go through in the past, because my present it fucking rocks. That's what your future self just said. Like, my present, the present that I'm in right now, it's really unbelievable. It's really fantastic, actually. And so, you know, yeah. So this shift and this change that's about to happen for you is really happening for the best and highest good. Try your hardest to keep that in mind. So no matter where you are, if you're in the verge of this shift just happening, if you're in the middle of the process, or you just went through this craziness happening, and you're just like, oh wow, I feel drained, I feel tired, I feel like, wow, when am I going to feel better? It's coming. The better is going to come. The better, happier, brighter days are going to come. Yeah. Change. You know, and you're actually going to look back and say, okay, you know, I became the person that I am now, and I matured into a much better, deeper, wiser, more understanding, more loving person, because of what I went through in the past. Either because it's like, because I learned to have boundaries, or it's a situation where it's like, I learned I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be that person, so let me go in a different direction. It's something like that. All right, well, that's what I have for you today, lovelies. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this gave you the love, light, or clarity that you were looking for in your situation, okay? I'm sorry that you had to go through what you had to go through, but it really, Spirit is coming through to tell you, like, it is going to get better. It is going to get better, and you're going to find your way through it, okay? So have faith, and have trust in yourself, and Spirit, and the universe, right? Your spirit guides are here for you. Pray to them, meditate with them, whatever it is that you do that helps you feel better, that gives you that hope. Don't lose it. Keep going. You're going to be okay. Thank you so much to your spirit guides for guiding you here. Thank you to my spirit guides for guiding us through this. Okay. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, lovelies? Bye.